Welcome back to the Novus Carpets pregame show on 1360 Radio KSCJ in Sioux City. It's our last one for the year with head coach Heelan head coach Roger Jansen. And coach, you're heading down to the state tournament to play against a tough Pella team. But as we've looked at your team mature throughout the season, I think it was Clay Matthews that keeps joking this year that the best defense is a good offense. You guys have had a heck of a defense throughout this year, and in turn, that's allowed your offense to be on the field more and score a lot of points.
Well, our defense has been sound and solid all year. And, there's a lot of games that we've had to rely on them to give our offense time to take and get things figured out. And, we played our best game of the season, obviously, in the semis. And I told the kids, and I've been saying it all along, we got to put another game like that together. And then we'll just let the chips fall where they may.
You played a Creston team that had obviously gotten to the semis, so they had the victories, but you guys ran up a lot of points in a hurry and kind of took control of that game and really never looked back. But as that game sort of developed, could you feel that was going to be the blowout that it ended up being?
Well, no, but like I said, we took and we came out real aggressive offensively, and we took, going in at halftime, we kind of said, hey, let's see if we can't put the nail in the coffin. And they come out and fumble their first two possessions, and we were real aggressive once we got those turnovers and got points. And like I said, then we just kept on going from there. It was nice we were able to get some other kids in there, and those kids did a good job. So the score, if somebody would have said we would have scored 59 points, I would have told them they were crazy.
One thing also that got cleaned up was the penalties. No silly penalties, and I think that added a lot. But, your team seemed to rise to the occasion to play in the Dome. It's kind of like kids behaving in church. They get down to the Dome and they just play sort of mistake-free football.
Well, I've never heard that analogy used before in that. But, these kids know that the Dome's a special place, and we don't take that for granted. I think sometimes when you get there a lot, sometimes it's taken for granted, and we make sure that these kids understand that this is a big deal, and that you need to go down there and put your best game forward.
You watched some of the Pella Xavier game. You watched a lot of Pella on tape. What do you see out of them? They're
a fabulous football team. They really don't have a weakness. Offensively, they're very sound. They can run it real well. They haven't had to throw it a lot, but when they have, they're very efficient there. Their quarterback is unbelievable, and he's got a real good supporting cast with a couple running backs that can take and hit you with speed on the perimeter. Defensively, they're tough. They're going to come at you. They're really athletic. They're physical, and like I said, their special teams is solid, and they've been able to stay away from turnovers and penalties. And you go through a 13-game season and able to do that. I think that says a lot about a football team.
Have you faced a team even close to their type of offense that you can compare them to?
Probably not, and it's one of those deals that we're just going to have to adapt on the go. We're going to have to make some adjustments to kind of see how they're going to take and attack this. And the same thing on the offensive side for us. We're going to kind of have to feel them out a little bit to kind of see what they're going to take and give us, and then take what they give us and see if we can open some things up.
From your perspective, where will this game be won or lost?
I think on the line of scrimmage. I think whatever teams can, obviously, whatever offensive lines I think can hold up to the other team's defensive line. I think that's going to be huge.
All right, Coach Roger Jansen, it's our last pregame interview for the year. So on behalf of KSCJ, I want to thank you for your willingness to open yourself and your program to all the access. We really appreciate it the whole season.
Well, thank you, and we want to thank you for your coverage of high school athletics.
It's absolutely our pleasure. Let's go get us another state championship.
Well, we're going to give it our best shot.
All right, Heelan head coach Roger Jansen, best of luck. We'll be back with more of the Novus Carpets pregame show on 1360 Radio, KSCJ.